Hello and welcome back to the house in Fata Morgana. So, we have acquired the help of the swordsman, which was somehow equally harder and easier than I had thought. The hard part obviously being the torture that Michelle had to endure. And I'm kind of wondering if Michelle will maybe succumb to his injuries. Possibly at the time that Morgana was supposed to die, Michelle will die instead? Something like that? I don't know. We also don't really know what's up with Giselle right now, but I mean, she's kind of lucky that she didn't have to witness the torture. But yeah, let's see how we'll fare with Jacopo in pursuit of the truth. Why must you hand out miracles for nothing? I know that voice. I'm looking up at someone. A woman. She's draped in a black fog, and I can't make out many details. But even through the darkness, I know immediately who she is. She is Mother. No, she is not my mother. She is... Why would you even ask such a question, Mother? We're barely holding on as it is, my dear. It's not wrong to expect a little remuneration for our services. No, Mother, it is wrong. Miracles are not to be bartered for. God the Father does not charge for his miracles. So why should we, when I am only borrowing his power? Listen to me, Morgana. Every time you give someone a blessing, you're hurting yourself. If not for the miracle itself, you still deserve some degree of compensation for the pain. I know you're concerned for me, Mother, and I appreciate it very much. But I'm happy with the way things are. I'm happy to be able to help others with my Heavenly Father's power. A power you won't have much longer, my dear, if we can't afford to keep ourselves fed. I'm a saint, aren't I? Yes, you're my sweet little saint. God will not forsake his saint. No matter how difficult it may get, he will always provide me with a way. He will always provide me a way to continue doing his work. And you're the mother of that saint, aren't you? Yes, that's right. I conceived you untainted by the hands of a man. Then you must respect his will as well, Mother. It must be our highest priority. You're right. I was wrong, my dear saint. So, another of Morgana's memories, if they are such. Mother, you agreed with me. You said I was right. So why are you taking money from that man? Mother. Mother looks over as strange men shove me into a carriage. The look in her eyes sends a chill down my spine. I see her lips moving. She doesn't actually say the words out loud, but I can make out every individual syllable. Because you're worthless to me. Welcome, daughter of God. You'll be performing miracles for me now. Miracles for me now. Wow. Okay, focus. My reading isn't the best today. Whew. And if you cooperate, I can guarantee you'll live more than comfortably. Miracles are not something to be performed for one single person's benefit. What? Miracles are not magic or parlor tricks. They are a precious gift granted to me by my Father in heaven. Using his power for personal gratification is a grave sin. I will do no such thing. I entreat you to think long and hard about your actions. Do away with such selfish desires and dedicate yourself to helping the people. The power you have been given was bestowed upon you by the hand of God. It is not your power. He is merely allowing you to make use of it for a short time. Pride is a sin. Please consider how you conduct yourself. You're an ignorant, insolent child, aren't you? I bought you. You are my property. You have no right to an opinion. That is not my opinion. That is the way of the world, as God. Silence. You're not here to talk. You're here to perform miracles for me and my guests. As I have already told you, I will do no such thing. What you will or will not do is my decision, not yours. The Lord says with a sickening laugh, then grabs me by the hair and knocks me to the floor. I beg him to stop, but he isn't listening to a word I say. Cheers, a saint's blood and good fortune to all. I stare vaguely out at the crowd gathered for the Lord's blood feast. Every time he has guests, he throws another party, and every time he slices another part of my arms and legs open. It isn't long before they're an unsightly web of crisscrossing scars. The Lord sometimes has trouble deciding where to cut, but not out of any sense of sympathy for me. He simply thinks drawing blood from an untouched area of my body will make it more effective. The Lord strips me bare. Perhaps I'll use your stomach today, Saint. I should be able to get some nice pure blood from there. Stop this. Can you not comprehend that what you're doing is an affront to the Lord? I'm free to do what I wish with my property. Saint or not, you are no different than any of my slaves. The Lord is greatly displeased with your actions. Then use your miracle powers to deliver divine punishment on me. Go on. You can do that, can't you? Your soul will be punished. You may not see the effects now, but you will pay for your sins one day. You're not as threatening as you think you are, buck-naked girl. Don't give me that look, girl. I have no interest in taking that from you. You'd be lucky to find anyone willing to lay with a girl covered in disgusting scars. All I can do is wait and endure day after day of torture and shame, of the Lord searching for new places to stick his knife. My entire body, except for my face, is covered in reddish-black wounds. Someone, anyone, help me. Get me out of here. Please, someone. O Father who art in heaven, I pray for you to lead me unto deliverance. Father, your trials, they are much too great. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I would have thought, like, it wasn't like the dream before that we had of seeing her. At the beginning I would have thought we would only see the scene with the mother. But then again, with the other scene before, we were seeing Morgana. This time we were Morgana, so it really was more of a memory than just a strange dream. Interesting. But again, is it Morgana's doing? Is she trying to make Michelle really feel her pain as she did before when she told her story? Morgana. That was much clearer than the first time I saw it. Everything she felt, her struggling, her sincerity, her pain, and her voice. It felt almost as though I was the one going through it all. Yeah, obviously. But that's what I'm wondering, because that was Morgana's goal before, for Michelle to empathize with her. But also she wanted to, I'm missing the word, she wanted Michelle to feel like he was also a saint, like they were the same. So she wanted to convince him of that. So is this the same, or is this accidental? The Lord. I can understand why Morgana would bear such a powerful grudge against him, considering everything he did to her. Why would he do that, though? Is there some reason, some explanation for his actions? I'm thoroughly exhausted, like I've just spent the last several months having my blood drained again and again. My limbs feel like they have boulders tied to them. Just trying to get to my feet makes me dizzy. So cold. She's probably waiting for me by now. I should get going. I have to do this. Move, damn it. Fighting against my body's attempts to succumb to gravity with every step through sheer force of will. I make my way to the courtyard. Oh, there you are. Thank God you came. Sneaking onto church grounds is a bit unnerving, so if you... Are you alright? You look like you just came back from the dead. I'm fine. Thank you for coming. Now, to continue our conversation from yesterday. Oh, whoa, slow down. Who do you think you're convincing? You look about as fine as a fucking corpse. If you're not feeling well, we can always do this some other time. Oh, we don't have the time, but thank you for your concern. I like that she's not taking any bullshit. And whoa, what happened to your hand? It's a minor injury. Nothing of any significance. Seriously, who do you think you're convincing, man? I can get around just fine without a few fingers. You gotta take yourself into consideration too. You can only run on raw determination for so long. And imagine how it makes me feel for a second, you asking to talk and show up looking like that. If you want to get anything done, you've got to take care of yourself first. Head on back to your room and rest. Let's do this some other day, okay? When you're feeling... I don't have that kind of time. Noon tomorrow, that's my deadline. I have to take care of everything before then. I know damn well what condition I'm in. But that doesn't change what I need to do. If I don't, I can't save Morgana. I can't get Giselle back. That makes it all the more important you get your rest. And when do you suggest I do that exactly? Honestly, I don't get why you're in such a damn tizzy. Get a hold of yourself, man. I am plenty calm. It sure don't look it. You're already pushing yourself to the edge. I don't want to be responsible for giving you that last nudge. So quit bickering with me, get your ass back, and get some rest. You don't understand the gravity of the situation. None of you do. You don't grasp how great an effect stopping what happens tomorrow will have. I have to keep moving. even if it means crawling through the dirt. If I don't, not only will I fail to make things better, Morgana's almost certainly got even worse fates in store for all of you, so long as her curse lives on. I'm the only one here who knows what awaits. So that makes you, what, a prophet or something then? Not exactly, no. But in the terms of this time period, that would be the most apt description. Do you not believe me? Well, you know, that is asking a lot. That's fine. You don't have to. But at the very least, I want you to believe that I genuinely believe something terrible is going to happen tomorrow if I don't do something. That I think I don't have time to waste. All I need you to do is tell me what you know. Could you do that for me? Assuming you actually are a prophet or whatever, why don't you just, you know, get the hell out of town? Say, fuck it, this is too much, and vanish into the night. No one's gonna blame you if you do. Hell, is anyone even gonna notice you did anything if you do succeed? I'm not in this for attention or praise. I cannot sit idly by, knowing what I know. Seeing what has happened and what will. Knowing what Morgana went through, what she felt. I can't abandon her, not anymore. I can't let my knowledge go to waste. Well, it is true that the mansion will continue to be wrapped in darkness so long as Morgana's curse remains in effect. And nothing can be put to rest until I do something about that. That's not my sole motivation anymore. I sincerely want to help Morgana. She's ill. Is this what you meant when you told me you wanted me to save her? You seem like the kind of fella who's always fretting about something or other. You don't know how to take it easy, do you? Though I guess, in a way, that's kind of why you can fight so hard, huh? Alright, you win. I'll talk. Anything you want to know, I'll tell you. Thank you very much. But you sit your butt down first. Okay. Morgana said that. She did. She described her 3 years there as one of the brightest periods of her life. Huh, who'd have thought? Damn, that's kinda really great to hear. Did she never tell you herself how she felt? She never really made much of an attempt to be part of the group. It was like she had these colossal walls all around her, I can see that. Yeah, so I always kind of felt like I never knew if I was sticking my nose in too far or not, you know? She appreciated what you and the other women did for her. After the raid 4 years ago, she ended up in the hands of a slave trader. As she was being transported, she said this with tears in her eyes. I'm sad because I didn't get the chance to show my gratitude to people very dear to me. Well, damn. So is that, absolutely 100% exactly what she said? You're not just pulling it out of your ass, are you? Those were her exact words, yes, as hard as it may be to believe. Nah, I believe you. I'm just surprised is all. I mean, just... wow, yeah. If I'd known that was how she felt, maybe I could have been a little friendlier with her. You weren't friendly with her? Not especially. I mean, that's not to say I was cold or anything. It's just that all the girls kept a bit of distance from her. Not because we didn't like her, but because that's what it looked like she wanted. Some distance. None of us were really cut out for the caretaker gig. As much as we'd have loved to be some kind of mother figure for her, we just didn't have it in us. Who was the closest to her? He's dead. The slave. Huh? What's this about a slave? There was a young man, a slave who participated in the revolt at the Lord's Manor, who saved Morgana's life. Ah, yeah, that's the guy. He was the closest of any of us to her, or at least, he gave her the most attention. And he's 6 feet under. That's unfortunate. What can you do? People come and go. That's just the way of things. I thought that maybe, if he was still alive, that would improve our chances of saving Morgana. Improve our chances? There's only one way about it. We smash the Lord's fucking skull in and take his key. Good plan. Sorry. That's not an option. Doing that will not alleviate her hatred. Would you be willing to accompany us when we go into the observation tower? Huh? Me? Why? I want you to be there to say something to her. I'll say whatever you want me to say once you've gotten her out of the tower. Don't you think being able to hear the voice of someone she cares for when she's finally set free would do more to pull her out of the darkness than anything else? That's all the more reason it can't be me. Why not? Like I've been saying, I was never that tight with her. I kept my distance. I can't do anything. Not with the reasons you've given me for why she's so full of hatred. I have no other options, though. You know, actually, well, I doubt this'll do much in the way of getting rid of her grudge. There is something I was supposed to give her, but never got the chance. Oh? It's nothing special, just a rinky-dink little necklace. But if you get the chance, would you mind giving it to her? If anyone, that should come from you. It's not from me. It was supposed to be from the slave. He got it for her as a birthday present, but that was the day the brothel got raided. So yeah, that's the story. Make sure she gets it, would you? Okay, I will. Thanks, man. Well, now that that's out of the way, I should split. Best of. There you are. What?
You weren't in your room. I was worried sick.
What are you two doing here?
You're going to talk to the Lord tonight, right? So, there's a chance you might be able to set the saints free. No way am I going to miss that.
That's why you're here?
That, and to say goodbye. I want for them to make reparations as soon as the girl's released.
Do you feel the same way, Nelly?
If Mel tells me he wants to, then I won't stop him. But he was threatened, so if it's possible, I don't think there's any need for him to rush to be punished. I don't want to lose my brother. Surely there are other ways he can atone. That's reasonable. I do feel guilty about what he was put through. It's not your fault what he did. Anyway, I'm really anxious about tonight, but I'm sure it'll all turn out fine. You'll make it work, won't you, dearest Michelle?
I'll do my best.
Oh, come on. You've got to act confident. Take care of my Mel for me too. He's very fragile, so handle him with care. Like a big old box of china.
Is he really that fragile?
As for me, if he looks like he's going to do anything he shouldn't, would you stop him for me? I wish I could be there too, there to do it myself, but, well, he insists only the people directly involved should be there, and I want to respect that.
I was never going to allow anyone to get hurt anyway.
That's good, thank you.
But would you be able to stop him? I mean, like, physically? Well, we do have his trust now to do what needs to be done, but yeah.
He and the Lord may have caused the girl a great deal of pain, but I still don't want anyone to get hurt.
Some people deserve it, and I say, let them have it.
No, Maria, don't be like that.
You're the weird one, little Miss Perfect. Go around letting everyone off the hook for everything, and the whole damn world's gonna come falling down around you.
He did what he did for me, though.
And the Lord? He's only in it for his own profit. Much as he says it benefits the city, it still comes back around to his own pockets.
The Lord's not a bad man, though.
Yeah, I've heard it 1,000 times. No one's a bad person in your eyes, I know. No. Can we please try to keep things civil? Ah, yeah, sorry. Bad habit, I know. I talk a lot of rot, but I don't really mean half of it.
I do think he's much better than the old Lord, though.
Hold on a second. What did you just say?
He's better than the old.
When did the current Lord take his place?
4 years ago?
What? Morgana was 9 years old when she was at the Lord's manor. 7 years ago. Maria, were you ever at the Lord's manor at any time 7 years ago? Nah, I was never hired by anyone there. Then when... She didn't have any interaction with the Lord 7 years ago.
Well, he may not have been the Lord, but maybe he was someone else in the court?
Now it all makes sense. Okay, please enlighten us, because I'm confused. Like, I had a feeling that there was something about the Lord that was not as straightforward as we would have thought, but what? Now it all makes sense. How did I not consider this possibility sooner? I know what kind of man he is, and I know the people he had around him. Maria, is the slave actually dead? What? What? You'd better have a damn good reason for this. I came because you said so you had something important to discuss. Wow, what a feast. Oh well, they're still at the church, eh? Now, care to tell me who the hell this white-haired man is and what he's doing here? You neglected to mention we'd be having company. I'm the one who asked him to arrange this meeting with you. And who the hell would you be?
He's an angel.
Or a prophet? What? Did you both finally snap under the pressure? I leave it for you to decide what you think I am. I will say, though, that I know everything. I know you've got a girl imprisoned in the observation tower, and I know you're taking her blood and calling it medicine, passing it out at the church. Which one of you squealed?
No one told him anything. He just knew.
He knows everything, including my deepest desires and what happens in my next life. He's probably peering into your soul this very moment.
You've completely lost it, I see. Well, how you got your information doesn't matter. All I need to know is this. What are you hoping to gain from it? Wealth? My downfall? What? Morgana's freedom. I want you to give me your key. And then I want you to tell me your story. I've come here from the future, from the world after Morgana's death. Her soul causes with hatred for the three. Her soul causes with hatred for the three of you, and she's placed a curse of eternal suffering on your souls. Has everyone at this damn table gone mad? Did you seriously think I would believe that nonsense? Don't interrupt me. My objective is not so much to rescue Morgana's physical body from the tower, but to save her soul from an eternity of loathing. I can't achieve that on my own, however. Because I am not from this time, I have had no direct interaction with her or anyone else here until just recently. In order to make her have a change of heart, I need to gather the truth from the people who are from this time. And I suspect that you hold the last piece of the puzzle. The biggest piece. I mean, we're hopefully about to uncover this story, but if he is the slave who was closest to Morgana, maybe he even helped in the raid of the brothel, so destroying the best part of her life. And even if not, even if just... yeah, he continued to do what the previous lord did. If he was the one that was closest to her, that would still be the biggest betrayal. The biggest betrayal of them all, because she trusted him. Yeah. Okay. That you have a far deeper connection with Morgana than anyone else here. No, I'm all but certain of it now. Your perspective is crucial to accomplishing my goal. Tell me your whole story, please. How you ended up capturing and imprisoning Morgana, what you thought and felt along the way. Your truth will get through to her. I know it. That will be the turning point in all this. Her curse will be no more, and you will all be returned to the paths you are meant to walk. Everyone will have their salvation. Someone throw this madman out.
I won't do it.
Neither will I. Damned worthless curse. I'll call the guards then. Who do you think I am, exactly? I am the lord of this land. Under ordinary circumstances, I'd never so much as deign to speak with you, lowly peasant. Now get out of my sight. or I'll take it as an act of aggression and you'll find yourself without a head.
In this room, right now, you're not a lord. You're a lone man.
Until you hand over your key, we're not letting you leave. And you'll find there aren't any guards for you to call. You're all alone on this estate.
Your preoccupation with staying out of sight played right into our hands. Accept your defeat, Lord. We've already agreed to set the witch free.
Cowardly worms. Ironic, coming from you. I didn't think you'd turn coat quite so eagerly. The nun and your kid sister are in on it too, I take it?
We were only working for you. We were only working for you. Working for you. We never felt any sort of allegiance to you.
Loyalty founded on what one has to gain or lose is far more resilient than uncertain, fluctuating feelings. But it would appear this white-haired man shattered that foundation. How long have you been colluding with them, cur?
I arrived in this era 2 days ago.
What? 2 days? In just 2 days, you got these worms dancing for you?
They are not dancing for me.
I merely spoke with them, and they listened. You're a disturbed man. You couldn't possibly have won these two over in a mere 2 days.
He's no ordinary man. As we've said, he knew everything. While I was talking to him, it felt like he was looking directly into my soul.
He's definitely an unusual one, yeah. It felt like he's known me my whole life, even though he just showed up out of nowhere 2 days ago. I didn't believe what he was saying at first, but he knew things he couldn't possibly know. My secret wish, something I've never told anyone before. I don't know what kind of tricks you're playing, but now I know why I've never seen you around. If you'd been lurking around the city for longer, sticking your nose where it didn't belong, I would have taken notice sooner or later. I'm impressed. In only 2 days, you managed to convince them both to betray me and set me up. I am, indeed, the one in charge of this operation. So if it's the witch you're after, I'm the obvious target, yes. And the 2 dogs there surely have some pent-up rage. So I take it you're going to tie me up and torture me until I tell you what you want to know?
That's not a bad idea. What do you say? Give me the word, and he's in robes.
Wait. We agreed we weren't getting rough. I have no interest in solving this problem with violence. We are here to uncover the truth. We needn't exchange blows, only words. Anyway, if we were going to beat it out of him, we would have done so as soon as he walked through the door. We discussed this beforehand. We're only talking. No one's getting into any fights. Physically or verbally.
That's right.
It looks like I've got no way out, so you've got me. I surrender. Take my key. Go, open the tower doors. Well, that was easier than expected. Yeah, too easy. Your key is not important right now. Your perspective is what I seek. Why did you make it so the lock required 3 keys? One person is more than adequate for the job. So why split it 3 ways? That is an excellent question, what the heck? Is that any of your concern, Kerr? Was it because it was too much weight to bear alone? You didn't actually want to imprison Morgana, did you? Something, somewhere, went wrong. You backed yourself into a corner and couldn't escape. I'm done listening to you. Am I right or am I wrong, Lord? Or should I say, Jacopo? Jacopo? But isn't his name Jean-François Barnier? That's Lord Barnier to you, you insolent child. You seem to be a bit confused. I am son of the House of Barnier, which means I'm royalty. No, you are not. I don't know how you came to start calling yourself Barnier, but there's not a drop of royal blood flowing through your veins. A slave revolt at the Lord's Manor 7 years ago. You were there, weren't you? During the revolt, you helped Morgana escape. That's right, you saved her life once. That was you. You were the slave from 7 years ago.
Slave?
Are you out of your goddamn mind? Me? A slave? Like hell a former slave could become royalty.
You did it though.
You went from slave to lord. Enough. I don't know who's filling that white-haired head of yours with this drivel, but I'm done listening to it. Say another word and I'll throttle you myself. Keep slandering my name, I dare you.
Maria told me the slave from back then was dead.
She didn't mean it literally though. She meant he wasn't who he used to be anymore.
Maria, you've been talking to her too?
Because she was afraid if Morgana found out. It would only serve to throw her deeper into despair. The man who had once saved her was now responsible for keeping her imprisoned. Do your ears not work, Kerr? I said I've had enough.
I need your perspective. There's more to the story. I'm certain of it.
I refuse to believe you acted only for your own benefit, only to cause her pain. If you want the key so damned badly, then take it. Set the witch free. I don't give a damn. But if you say another word, I'll rip your fucking tongue out. So, my guess right now is it's a similar situation as we had at the third door, where he loved his wife, but basically kept her prisoner because of... At the time it was jealousy, here it might be, in a twisted way, maybe to protect Morgana? Ooh, but then... It may be part that, it may also be jealousy because she was talking to Mel. And by giving Mel a key as well, that would mean he could keep an eye on him. Huh. But okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's just... Yeah, because we've seen that history repeats itself, so... It seems not too far off, maybe? Okay. Again, the key is not what I need right now. I need your story. Are you deaf or just an imbecile? Your perspective is crucial to saving Morgana's soul. Enough. When you were a slave, you helped Morgana escape from the Lord. Silence. And you spent the next 3 years with her. Just one more fucking word. I swear to God. So how did you end up here? How did the boy from 7 years ago go from saving her to locking her up and stealing her blood? There's no excusing your actions, no. But please, I need you to tell me how you got to this point. Enough! Michelle! The next thing I see is a dagger in his hand, pointed at me. I reflexively try to push myself out of the path of his charge with my dominant hand, which sends a jolt of excruciating pain up my right arm. I'll rip your fucking head off. The Lord swings his arm up, and the necklace spills from my pocket, making a metallic clink as it hits the floor. When he sees it, his eyes go wide for a brief moment. Of course, I'm just as slack-jawed as him. What the hell is going on? Why? How? Why am I looking at a familiar cloud of inky black darkness? There's no one to answer my question, though. And no time to think about it either. I have to make a decision right now. No, you're not doing this to me again. You're not doing this to me again. No. Not today, Satan. A decision right now. Okay, what's the decision? Grabbing the necklace? Getting out of his way? What the heck? Don't give me like a split second again. That's just mean. Okay. The Lord, dagger raised, is quickly approaching. Off to the side, the cloud of darkness is expanding. No, what? No, don't rush me. Reach into the darkness, shove the Lord aside. Shove the Lord aside? Without thinking, I shove the Lord aside. I don't know. To be honest, even just thinking about the choice, I don't think I would be able to make an educated guess. Like, what? Okay. Don't know, we'll see. Well, the next thing I see is the Lord's body crumbling to the floor. His head rolling off in a separate direction. Oh. I'm agape, dumbfounded, my eyes swimming. As blood spreads in a pool around his body. Why? Why did you kill him? He was going to kill you. I had no choice. You weren't supposed to kill him. If I hadn't, you would be dead. I needed his story. Not as much as we need you alive. What does this mean for my next life? I shouldn't have shoved him. Yeah, sorry. Getting the truth out of him was more important than my own safety. And now, we can't get anything from him. That was a mistake. I got him killed. Hey, Michelle. What are we supposed to do now? There's no changing what's already been done. I need to think forward. How we're going to proceed. We'll go to the tower. We'll try to assuage as much of Morgana's hatred as possible with the two of your perspectives. Come on. Okay. As you say. This is gonna be bad. And maybe I was actually allowed to take my time to think about it. Who knows? Who knows with this game? That's what happens when you rush someone. Taking a moment to think about it, of course, it makes sense to reach for the darkness. Like, it means something, right? Guess it was just, again, that human response of trying to get out of the path of danger. I really was trying to not show you all the bad ends. And yet here we are. Using the key we took from the Lord's corpse, the three of us unlocked the observation tower, climbed the spiral staircase, and opened the door at the top. The air in the room was bone-chilling. A single shaft of moonlight shines through the high tower window, illuminating the young girl imprisoned within. I'm aghast at what I see. She's been treated far worse than I imagined. Her skin is so deathly pale, it sends a chill through me. Just looking at her, I'm not even certain she's still alive. Morgana. Say something, Morgana. Morgana. A combination of relief at the fact she's still breathing and anger at the condition she's in bubbles up within me. How is any of this necessary? Did you really have to chain her up? Tell me, how was this necessary? We didn't have her chained up at first. Not that that justifies anything, I know. But she started acting up lately. Trying to bite us, getting violent. She's even tried to climb up to the window. There's nothing to grab onto or anywhere to put your feet, so it's not like she could even make it that high. But that didn't stop her. She's fallen and hurt herself several times. The chains were the Lord's idea. I'm sorry. I'll be right there, Morgana. Morgana. I've brought a couple people who wish to make penance. I'll have these chains off you soon, don't worry. You'll be able to return to your old life soon. Morgana. I'm here to set you free. Stay with me, Morgana. You're all three here. What? The three men. You're all here. Morgana. You, with the flaxen hair. You're a liar. A charlatan. You're a murderer. You cut off my arm. And you, Lord. It all leads back to you. You tortured me, degraded me, for your own amusement. All three of you are here. Morgana. Why did you hold all those blood sabbaths? That wasn't me. I'm not the Lord. Why did you go after me again? The Lord isn't here, Morgana. All three of you are right here. Are right there. Morgana. Eternal suffering. No, Morgana, look at me. I'm here to set you free.
Eternal suffering.
Can you not see that I'm not him? Then listen to my voice. Do I sound like the Lord?
No.
I'm not the Lord.
Eternal suffering.
Morgana.
Eternal suffering on all their souls.
The next second, the tower's draped in blackness. The floor beneath us vanishes, and I hear shouts off in the distance as I'm dragged into the endless darkness. There's nothing for me to grab onto. I simply fall through the void. It's a sensation similar to the one I've experienced a number of times before, sinking into the mansion's darkness. But there's something fundamentally different about this. The utter emptiness. The utter sense of solitude. I can't even breathe. My very essence is becoming one with the darkness. Still, I try to struggle against it. When a pair of small arms wrap themselves around me from behind. Loneliness seeps through those arms and wisps about within me, eroding away at my spirit. I'm melding with something.
Will you stay with me? You won't ever leave me, will you? Will you become one with me? Will you stay by my side? I don't want to be alone anymore.
Is this the birth of the white-haired girl? Michelle and Morgana together? The hatred seems to have left her. But what it left behind, what I'm feeling from her now, is a stark, overwhelming desolation. As much as I know I have to get back to reunite with Giselle, my own emotions are washed away by hers, and I'm unable to resist as the two of us, now one and the same, fade away into darkness everlasting, leaving behind only a single teardrop that could be either of ours or both. Ending 6, Darkness Everlasting. Yeah. Again, this happens when you rush someone. They make bad decisions. But if this was like how the white-haired girl came to be, at least we saw that. Would be interesting to see if we will get into that in some of the other parts as well. Okay, there's not that much more time, but I still want to see what the other choice brings us, so I have to make a decision right now. Yeah. This time I reach into the darkness. I reach my hand into the darkness spreading from the necklace And as soon as I do... What the hell is this? What's that black stuff? The blackness swells, consuming us all. No, stop. What is this? Don't make me. Watch this. His shouts fade into the distance, and my mind and body are swallowed up entirely. It's the same thing that happens whenever Giselle and I open a door. The same darkness I've gazed into again and again and again and again in that cursed mansion. That house that exists outside reality. Far, far off into the distance, I can see a gentle light, like a hole ripped out of the darkness. Green grass and colorful flowers rustling in the wind. I don't understand. The darkness, it was never present in the past. It was, I thought, a phenomenon restricted to the realm of the dead. So what is it doing here? But even my questions are, in short order, swallowed up by the void. Soon my body ceases to retain its form, leaving only my consciousness to view the sights, sounds, and emotions of someone's past. I become an observer, as I have many times before. Well, it's a little similar to when Michel's past was shown, right? Was forced out of him. Is that the only way we have with Jacopo? I'm so sorry if you can hear any of the noise in the background. It's kind of bad today. Okay. I'm staring into a pair of ruby red eyes, open wide with shock. I recall snapping at him, insulting him, but I don't remember what I said. Nor do I remember how he responded. All I know is that a wave of churning blackness appeared out of nowhere. This is Jacopo's... I'm supposed to be reading this with Jacopo's voice, right?
It sometimes gets confusing when it's not voiced like this and we don't have an indicator of who's talking. But oh well.
All I know is that a wave of churning blackness appeared out of nowhere, washing me away. I'm powerless, helpless, hopeless. My young mind sucked into it like a whirlpool. Young? My young mind? Oh, for Christ's sake. You have got to be kidding me. Why? For the love of God, why? Am I being made to look back at this part of my life? The miserable, stupid fucking romantic I once was. Why am I turning back into the boy I tried so hard to forget? Where did this absurd black smoke come from, and why can't I get out of it? If it's that white-haired man who's doing this to me, then he's not an angel or a prophet. He's the goddamn devil himself. But all my questions, my confusion, my frustration, everything that composes my present, is superseded by that darkness, wisping away into nothing. To be blunt, the world's a small place. There's an unimaginable amount of it out there, but you only ever get to see a minuscule fraction of that. And that goes doubly so for us. The poor barely get the chance to see any of it at all. And those who were born into affluence, well, they have no idea just how small our world really is. I never yearned for the world outside, why don't you? I more coveted it, a splash of spite mixed in. I wanted to claw my way up the mountain, knock all the bastards down who had never seen what it was like at the bottom. If I made it high enough, I could do anything. I would have complete freedom. If that sounds like a childish fantasy to you, well, you'd be right. That's exactly what it was. There you are. You spend so much time in the graveyard that one of these days someone's going to think you're a grave robber. A gravekeeper. Or maybe a grave robber. Okay. I can understand a gravekeeper, but I take offense at the suggestion of I look like a grave robber. I'm praying for the souls who have no one to see them off. Come on. Again, it's tough with the voices. The girl, named Morgana, turned around to face me. Though I'd known her for some time, I'd rarely ever looked her in the eyes. Her face was almost always concealed beneath a dark hood, revealing only the tip of her nose and sometimes her lips. Honestly, I don't get it. Why do you care so much? These are souls that have no one else to pray for them. At best, they may get a bit of lip service from a priest once or twice. It's our responsibility to offer a helping hand to the sick and the poor, to pray for the abandoned souls. What I don't get is why you need to pray for the dead at all. They're just bags of bones. I hope you enjoy an eternity in hell, blasphemer. Hey, that was uncalled for. I'm just joking, obviously. You take black humor to a new level. Morgana gave me a curt shrug, then turned away. She never faced anyone head-on for very long, and she had a perfectly good reason for it. It wasn't because she disliked me or anything. I don't think, anyway. About 3 years earlier, something had happened that had caused large patches of flesh to fall off her face. Supposedly, she had looked fine before then, but I only knew her as she was at the time. The rest of her body was covered in wounds as well, but applying ointment to them had reduced the scarring significantly. Her face, though, showed no signs of recovering. A close friend of mine, a prostitute, said she thought it might be a psychological thing, but regardless, I continued applying the ointment to Morgana's face. Hey, come on, don't turn away from me. I know you can hear me. I brought ointment, so let me put it on you. It's a waste of time. You don't know that. Your arms look much better than before. It won't be long before your face starts healing too. The ointment isn't free. You're wasting your money. It's my money. I can use it however I please. So just shut up and let me do this.
You're a very obnoxious man, you know.
What was that? You want me to rub it in real hard, huh?
Fine.
With a forlorn graveyard as their backdrop, a young man applied salve to a girl's raw, exposed flesh. It was quite possibly the least romantic sight in the world. I would have, at the very least, preferred a somewhat more pleasant location. As the thought fluttered through my mind, I let out a defeated laugh, and I could soon feel her glaring at me. Morgana could be a bit standoffish, but honestly, I didn't mind. For her, this was actually quite sociable, in fact. When I first met her, she didn't act her age at all, but now she was starting to show signs of the 12-year-old girl hidden inside. 3 years prior, when I met Morgana, she had been the victim of unspeakable abuse at the hands of the Lord. I didn't know why he had done those things to her, and I didn't ask either, because I knew doing so would only reopen old wounds. All I knew was that the Lord was so far gone as a human being as to brutally torture a 9-year-old girl. At the time, the only thing that ever seemed to come out of her mouth was the word of God. Everything she said or did was ostensibly for the benefit of others. But it felt to me more like she was acting out of some sort of sense of duty rather than genuine concern. Honorable, but ultimately hollow. I much preferred this Morgana, even if she could be a bit jaded.
What are you hoping to get out of repairing my face?
I'm not trying to get anything. I just want you to heal up.
And here I thought you were going to try and make me work at the brothel.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not going to make you be a prostitute.
What other reason would you have for wanting my face to get better?
Because I want to see it. Isn't that enough? Just so we're clear, that wasn't me hitting on you, okay?
The thought never occurred to me.
She fell quiet, sitting there motionless as I rubbed ointment into her face. Her skin beneath my thumb was raw and unpleasant to the touch, and honestly, rather stomach-churning. It was hard to imagine her face would ever heal. What I'd said about wanting to see her face was true. But what I wanted more than anything was for her to be able to live a relatively normal life.
I hope you're prepared to be let down if I ever do heal.
That possibility is just part of the fun.
You have as much tact as a worm.
No tact and bad taste. I'm a real winner.
It's a wonder no one throttles you in your sleep.
Being a guy, of course I would have been pleased if she turned out pretty with her face healed. But her life was guaranteed to be easier than now, no matter what she looked like. That was what really mattered, ultimately. I could only imagine how hard it was to have your life turned completely upside down at the age of 9. A large portion of us in the slums had our share of misfortune, but hardly any of them stacked up to what Morgana had had to bear. She had no parents. When I'd asked about her mother, she'd gotten cagey with me, so I assumed she'd been sold off. When I'd asked about her father, though, she just pointed up at the sky, which I took to mean he was dead. A young girl, no family, sent off all on her own to some strange land, somewhere along the line, ending up in the Lord's cruel grasp. Misfortune felt like an understatement, if anything. That said, it wasn't just out of pity that I gave Morgana so much of my attention. The other reason, though, well, she'd probably go running if I told her. Hell, I wanted to hit myself over the head. I'll still be your friend, even if you turn out to be the ugliest girl in the city. You should be grateful.
How is it you haven't managed to chase off everyone in your life yet?
I act like a decent guy around other people. Do my best to fit in.
Then why are you such a dolt around me?
Just doing my best to fit in.
So you're saying this is my fault?
Everyone could use a thorn or two. Makes it more exciting. You especially. Okay, that should be everything. Does it sting anywhere?
Not particularly, no.
Alright. Oh, also, finish up here and get back to Maria soon. Unless you'd rather I drag you there.
Why?
Seriously? It's your damned birthday, that's why.
And?
What do you think, Dimwit? She wants to celebrate. Get back there soon, okay? I'm planning to drop by too. Okay.
Okay.
She gave a sheepish nod, which was honestly kind of cute, but of course I couldn't say that. So I shrugged my shoulders, feigning exasperation, and then turned to leave. Once I might have offered to accompany her back to the brothel, but Morgana never seemed keen on the idea of walking anywhere with me. Maybe she was afraid of grown men, after what had happened to her at the Lord's Manor. Or maybe she just didn't want me to be seen with someone who looked like her.
So, hey, I thought you were leaving?
One day, I'll show you the world.
I won't get my hopes up.
Get your hopes up, damn it, I said with a soft chuckle, and then I took my leave. I had every intention of making good on that promise, and I had more than enough reason to believe I could. I think I'm going to end it here for the day, because this will go on for a while, we know that. And my throat is kind of tired. So, yeah. Okay, so we have to go a different route with Jacopo here, forcing him to reveal his past. Huh. The necklace itself couldn't be anything magical or something. So it's curious that this was the reason that the darkness popped up. But I guess if it's something that he buried very deeply, similarly to Michel, as I said, then yeah, it makes sense that this is the only way we can get his perspective. That we can only get it that way. Huh, okay. Yeah, that's a turn with a slave. I didn't even think about it having any significance, but yeah. Somehow, no character that is introduced in this game, how insignificant they may seem, yeah, they all have their role eventually. Okay. As always, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you next time. Until then, bye bye!